The reason that Susan stopped stabbing is because she hears a little knock on the door. Bradley is asking if everything's, are you okay? Jeff is already dead. But Susan wasn't convinced, so she hid the knife. She wiped the blood off herself. She walked Bradley back to the bed. She tucked him in. She said, everything's fine. But in the back of her head, she's like, what if he's alive? What if he's gonna get up? So as soon as the kids are back tucked in, she goes back to the kitchen. She grabs a brand new knife. She goes back to the bedroom and stabs him several more times.
That part's kind of wild.
So this comes to a grand total of 193 wounds. Well, she was fighting for her life. I mean,
for sure.
But is this self-defense? Is 193 wounds? Susan is done now. And she's like, how is she gonna clean up this mess, get her husband out of the house without anyone knowing? The only thing she could think of was a dolly that they had outside. So she brings the dolly into the bedroom. She pushes Jeff off the bed and onto the cart, and she wheels him into the backyard. Conveniently, Jeff had dug his own grave just a few months earlier. There was a hole in the backyard that he had dug because he was planning to install a fountain. So Susan dragged him off the dolly, put him in the hole, and then covered it with dirt. She said even at this point, she was worried that Jeff wasn't dead. Goes back inside. She sits on the couch. She stays up all night, a knife in her hand, staring at the door, just to make sure that he doesn't get up and come back in. Jeff's parents called Susan worried. They said they were expecting to hear from Jeff last night, but he never called. Is everything okay? Did he come home? Susan was like, yeah, but we got into a terrible argument. She said Jeff got so mad at her that he actually poured a bottle of bleach all over their bedroom, which in her mind, she's trying to now cover up what she's done. So she's like, if I tell his parents that there was bleach in the bedroom, then if police find the bleach, they're not going to think it was me. 2 days after cleaning up the crime scene and emptying the joint bank account she shared with Jeff, Susan walked into the Harris County Constable's office. There, she told them the same story she had shared with the others, including the fact that he had hit their son on the night of the 13th. She wanted a restraining order from her husband for both her and her kids, and she officially filed a domestic violence complaint. Their dog had been in the backyard digging at the grave. He had allegedly exposed a part of Jeff's head. Well, he had also chewed off Jeff's hand, and she found the dog gnawing at it on their patio.
This is wild.
So that's when Susan was like, I've got to get out of here. So she grabbed the kids, she threw them in the car, and she went to stay with her mother. When she got there, Susan's mother finally confronted her about it. She's like, where's Jeff? Did you do something to him? And Susan confesses to her mother that she murdered him.